As a member of the YPO-WPO, it is truly an honor and a privilege for me to be able to share my experience of the Tanishka Women's Project in India.
Life is stranger than fiction, and what Tanishka did to millions of women in India was no less than a fairy tale. Tanishka not only changed the perception of the society towards women, but brought a change in the way a woman perceives herself.
माझ्यामध्ये एवढे काही टॅलेंट नव्हते, कुणाशी कसं फ्रँकली बोलायचं, पण या तनिष्काचे व्यासपीठ मला मिळाल्यानंतर माझा स्वतःचाच एक आत्मविश्वास इतका वाढला की मी खूप काही असं समाजासाठी करावं, ते असं आत्मविश्वास माझ्या स्वतःमध्ये खूप आला.
The Tanishka Women's Project, which is the Tanishka Forum, is basically a movement which was addressed to protect the dignity of women, which to us is more important than even empowerment of women.
Thus, the sleepy town of Malegaon showed for the first time how a group of inspired Tanishka members, through the model of People Connect, could take an idea from boardroom to grassroots and bring such innovations in the field of education, water management and health that changed the town once and for all. However, nothing was overnight. Tanishka established a statewide network of women and launched call centers that allowed millions of women to realize that even she was not without a friend in the world. Tanishka Forum has turned into a movement that ensures freedom to bring about a change, just the way the small village of Mathuri in Bid district witnessed a revolution when the local administration were obliged to pass a historical resolution that ensured land registration in the name of women, which until then was an unheard of concept for the people of the region.
This whole model is based on a concept called ST7 that we created in our group. ST7 stands for Sakal Trinity 7. Basically what this does is that we highlight any issue that we undertake in a way that it impacts, number one, the majority of the members of the society. Number two, we create an emotional connect program which ensures that we are able to connect to the common masses of that state or country. And number three, there is an action plan which is created which can actually help implement whatever one has planned. This is done on the basis of 7 guidelines that the United Nations has given for good governance of any country.
With 20 members in each group and each member having a scope of initiating 10 more such groups, Tanishka today has over 90,000 active members, impacting lives of 30 million women, that is 60% households of the state of Maharashtra. Tanishka not only brings in women from all strata together, but brings in policymakers, corporate houses, self-help groups, NGOs, etc., and every such individual who aims to improve the socio-economic conditions of the country. Women from rural and urban India, hand in hand, have surged ahead to make this successful. Tanishka members did even more, developed unique public administration synergy to make sure that police and public work together to curb crime, brought water to the drought-hit areas, educated the untaught, and delivered health and self-defense programs.
This attracted the attention of the Prime Minister's Office of India. We were getting requests from other countries to understand whether this movement could be replicated in their nations.
The Planning Commission of India has expressed interest to run the model throughout the country.
सर्वप्रथम Abhijit Pawar यांचे मनपूर्वक अभिनंदन करतो.
While the Chief Minister of Maharashtra made it a point that the solutions and suggestions provided by Tanishka would be soon adopted across the length and breadth of the state. Also, World Bank, Government of Malaysia and such bodies and groups have recognized and appreciated the efforts of Tanishka.
I've been witnessing the Indo-Pak Forum or the Peace Action Network of IPO, and I learned a lesson or two from there as to how this can be resolved in a environment of trust and confidence. And those lessons were incorporated to ensure that the political differences were removed and we can see a very, very successful movement on the ground.
In less than a year, Tanishka movement has brought in a revolution with more than 5,000 success stories to share that have changed the lives of 30 million women of the state of Maharashtra and impacted 60% households of the state. Success stories that have resulted in a march towards a better India, celebrating the festival of life.